Yeah, you're absolutely right. For the decentralized escrow, actually, with this feature, you are able to do business with anyone in the world, even he is maybe 6,000 miles away from you, and you don't know him. You can put your assets, digital assets, in the decentralized escrow smart contract, so that you can proceed with your business. And we are also trying to onboard a kind of via on-ramp or off-ramp feature, but we are doing it in a different way. We are in discussion with some digital banks and crypto banks. They are banks from major of them. They are from Europe. We allow users to open a bank account remotely in their banks. We're just a kind of interface, allow you to do it, and you can just transform your digital assets into the balance in your bank account by just clicking a button, or vice versa. This is the feature we are going to provide, maybe by the end of this year or early next year. And at the same time, as I told you, by the end of this year, we're going to launch the auction platform as well for any different tokens or coins, including BTC to a lot of other tokens as well. So these are our roadmaps for the rest of this year.
This is cutting edge stuff, gang, and now that I get it, I'm like, oh, damn. Now my brain is wrapping around and I've got my hands on it in the app. I really encourage you to go check this out at change.finance. Again, it's spelled like chain, G-E. Just throw an I in there and in the word change. Change.finance on Twitter at finance change. And go sign up. Try this thing out. This is really pioneering, and I'm not surprised now that I know that you're behind Qtum and VeChain. This next iteration of creativity in your life, I think, has potential to do some really amazing things.
Yeah, just following your application, I just want to emphasize our application is highly focusing on how to provide a secure tool for users to use the digital finance. So let me explain to you something also very interesting, that today, if in a wallet or if a kind of application which claims that they are decentralized, usually they will allow you to import the key phrases or seed phrases as the seed of the wallet, and it is always nightmare for some newcomers who is not very familiar with the blockchain technology. So that's why we have also developed a lot of things in our application to provide the security and provide the easy way to use our application. Let me show you something. We have a different way to help users to manage their key phrases. So usually, when a user they start to use a wallet, they need to write all their key phrases on paper so that they won't forget it. And they need to keep their key phrases very well in secret and never tell anybody to protect to have the wallet in security. But here in our application, we provide a way for user to encrypt their key phrases into a QR code so that they can store their QR code on any platform or on cloud. So we are providing the easy way for user to manage that.
Really, so I could just store the QR code on my Photos app on Apple, and it wouldn't be vulnerable because I have to import it into the Chain app to be able to access all those things.
Yes, usually, when you are using other wallet, you have to write down your key phrases but at the same time, it's not very secure to put your key phrases in the laptop, in your cell phone, or other places like cloud service. It's very risky to
Right.
do so. Because
Especially with Apple scanning your photos now to see what they are.
yes, exactly.
And a snapshot of your seat.
Yeah, so it's really very risky. But in our application, it's totally fine to encrypted phrases in anywhere. So I'm going to show you something. Currently, here my balance is 0, right? Because I'm using a new wallet. And
You're
I'm
the
gonna
CEO, man. You should have some money, bro. You need.
Yes, that's why I'm giving you this.
I thought you did Quantum and VeChain. You had no money. What?
Yeah, this is my encrypted QR code, which has the information of my key phrases, and in this wallet, I have about $5 million US. So I'm gonna show you. I just scan it and then restore it just within seconds, and then I will show you the balance. And you can.
And you're gonna be bragging and flexing all this with your $5 million.
Yeah, no. This is not the reason I'm showing my QR code, because you can. I dare to share my QR code on the internet so that I can assure any of our users that this is secure, and it's totally fine. You put it on the internet. So here, I'm gonna use my application to scan.
Right.
To scan my QR code, and I input my password. But of course, I'm not gonna let you know my password.
You gotta show us that. We gotta see the process. So this is amazing, folks. I mean, this is some interesting stuff that's going on from someone who has built 2 previous successful blockchain projects. It's almost like DJ here is like the Chinese Dan Larimer, almost, right? Because Dan Larimer built, he built several different projects as well with Steam and EOS and what was the other one? BitShares.
Okay, my wallet is for it.
There it is.
Yeah, I have $5 million US value of tokens in my wallet, and mainly it is Bitcoin. Let me show you.
Nice stash.
100
Bitcoin up in there. Nice.
In my wallet. So the reason I dare to show you the QR code is that I have 100% confidence no one can hack it. No one can hack it. But
Wait a second. So we had John McAfee on before, and he says we have this unhackable. Look, people, we have this unhackable wallet, and then it got hacked. And so, like, how can you be so sure that the Change wallet is so unhackable?
Math tells us.
Math.
Yeah.
Even if quantum computers came out, still.
Quantum computers, possible, but quantum computer. My major is computer science, so I know what the quantum computer can do. But since I dare to show you the QR code, then I'm totally confident that no one can hack it.
I definitely couldn't.
Mr. Lorcho.com.
Yeah, I scanned your QR code and it opened the app for me, but that's it. I couldn't hack my way out of a paper bag anyhow. But I appreciate your confidence level, and we've got to wrap up our time here today. Do you know why? Math.
Nah.
DJ,
I do have one quick question though. I want to know, like, so say for example, our users get on Change, and then they want to refer their friends. Is there any way for them to refer their friends and get anything for referring their friends?
Actually, we have a feature referring friends on our website, but currently we are still working on the referring feature in our application.
Okay.
So,
I know people are going to love this and be like, "Yo, Jimmy, check this out. You got to get this, Jimmy." They're going to be like, "Oh, damn, this is great." So that's a great way to build in growth, I think. So, okay, it's good to hear you got that growing.
Yeah, and I think it's really a good way for our application to attract new users because in today's world, it's really very good to rely on the community to introduce our application to their friends. So absolutely, we will be working on it, and the feature will be live very soon. And currently we have about 384,000 users at the moment in our application.
384,000 already?
Yes.
976. And then today, change app. Check it out. Now you know why we're talking about, gang. This is real some pioneering at Change Finance that BJ has put together.
Change. Now it's time to change.
Your underwear
stays the same. Now it's time for change. Finance. Change. Finance. Now it's time for change. Finance. That's an old Molly Cruz song from Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, YouTube just demonetized us there.
Because I sounded so angelic. I sounded so spot on. That they were like, oh my God, is this really? Is it Vince Neil? But Vince Neil seems like this now. Change. Now it's change. Like he just skips words now. He's like fat and runs around stage, and he just he can't say all the words anymore.
Speaking of old rock and rollers, how about a nod here to the late great Charlie Watts from the Rolling Stones? No longer keeping a beat for the Stones, and I guess if the Stones are putting the band back together in heaven, he's there.
There you go. They got a couple members there now, right? Brian Jones and him.
Brian Jones and him. And
Keith Richard just keep on living. I don't know how in the hell Keith Richard seriously. It seemed to me like Charlie Watt is the sensible one. Like he's the one that he's keeping the time. He's just sensible. He's just a good old mate. Like I think his dad was a truck driver or something. I was reading about him. And are you serious? Keith Richard's still alive?
If
Charlie
anybody
made Keith Richards like a roach. He's going to be around like after the apocalypse.
If anybody well, he stopped doing drugs a long time ago. I mean,
it doesn't look like it.
No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't look like it. If anybody made a deal with the devil, he's going to live forever. I mean, only the good die.
Who lasts longer, Keith or Mick?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
I think maybe Mick because he's like banging supermodels still, right? But maybe that might be the end of it.
I think that they should wrap it up.
Or they're going to drain all of his seed.
Dude, I think they should wrap it up right now in honor of Charlie. I think it's time to stop touring. It's like that's it. Go enjoy the rest of your life and your family and your kids and.
Dude, they just love it, dude. You know what? I remember seeing a Mick Jagger interview years ago, and he was like, "So what are you going to be doing when you're in your 70s and 80s?" And he's like, "I want to be rocking. That's what I do. That's my job." I said, "Well, I'm going to do it." And he was never going to stop rocking. But you know what? Once you start losing some band members, it's time to reconsider. But even the last tour, Charlie wasn't on the last tour because of his health problems. They had some other dude come on and play it. But this is one thing that I think is cool. So I have my kids. My son's almost 20, and my daughter, she turned 16 in a few months. And both of them I've taken to see the Rolling Stones live at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Huge stadium. That was badass. And then I took them, along with my mom and my brother, to go see Paul McCartney live in concert. So, what 16-year-old can say they've seen a Rolling Stones and perform live in concert? Very few, I think. Later on in life, when they're older, they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw the Rolling Stones and I saw Paul McCartney." No, you didn't. Oh yeah, I did.
Here's my digital ticket stub, bitch.
Here's my NFT ticket stub. Well, they don't have NFTs
yet. Soon. Oh, by the way, I forgot to give you guys the link for today for Change Finance. We actually set up our own little linky dink here to take you there. I'm not sure if there's some sort of referral with it or not. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But go to change, and that is spelled CHAINGE. Guys, if you just go to change.finance without the I don't know, where you could end up in a porn site. I don't know. Make sure it's spelled like blockchain, change.finance. What else we got, Sir Lord Travis?
I think that's about it, isn't it?
Well, we talked. I think we're going to do a crypto roulette episode soon. Yeah, I think it's time to spin the wheel. That'll be fun. I'm not sure when.
I will say this is that Joel and I have been huge proponents of wax for the longest time. Not only are we building most of our projects on wax, we're on the Wax Advisory Council. We've been pimping wax multiple times to Binance.
Travis has waxed his nether regions.
I totally waxed my
balls. Did you wax your balls?
My balls. But the thing is, like after the wax, like a couple days after the wax, very uncomfortable. Not actually. I've not ever actually waxed them, but no lady likes a jungle down there. But it's just we have been such a fan of wax and trying to promote wax, and we're so excited to see this past week that Binance has listed wax
finally,
and the price just went crazy, and it went down a little bit afterwards, but it went all the way up from like 17 cents, and then 200% it up to like 45 cents, 47 cents or something. Now it's down in the 30s again. But my God, so great. Liquidity for wax is here, and I'm just excited.
Yep, the NFT world continues to explodify. We're not financial advisors, but we are pioneers and early adopters. And so listening to the show, we've heard from many of you how hearing somebody on the show or hearing our thoughts has led you to go down the rabbit hole and make some really good investments. In fact, if you're one of those people, why don't you give us a call and let us know what your big win is, whether it was an NFT or creating your own NFT. So let's hear about your big win. Give us a call on the Bad Crypto Hotline, 708-885-9030. You've heard that number so many times, you should be dreaming it in the middle of the night thinking, oh my gosh, I need to call 708-885-9030. Operators are standing by. 708-885-9030. Call now and get a free set of Ginsu knives, except if you're on planet Earth. No Ginsu knives for me.
But wait, there's less. Great stuff. Thank you all for tuning in. We love you and we appreciate you. If we did not, then we would not continue making all of this content for you like we've done. Almost 600 episodes, officially numbered ones. Unofficially, we're probably about 620 or so.
We don't love them all. There's that one guy I like, but I don't love him.
Yeah. There's that one person who left a 1-star review and said that we weren't funny and we talked too much about politics, and then we just sent him a bag of dicks in the mail. That's okay. That's what you get.
And when he opened it up, there was a little note in there that said, "Save it."
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence in consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor. And he was like, come!
I always wanted to send somebody like a little bag of dicks that's like the gummy bears.
They have those.
They have gummy bears, bag of dicks. And it's like, you're probably torn. You're like, man, these are a bag of gummy bears. I love gummy bears. These are delicious, but they're bags of dicks.
Yeah, that's too good for some people. Like, if you've got that type of relationship with somebody where you want to send them a bag of dicks, gummy bears would be like a gag gift. Right.
Yeah. Like I would totally send you a bag of gummy bear dicks.
Right, or chocolate, dicks or something like that. But if you've got like somebody that you just want to antagonize because they are a dick, then you send them like a confetti bomb. Right, you send them one of those things where they open it up. And it's like,
Have you ever seen? There's this one guy. He used to be a NASA engineer. His name's Mark something. I don't remember his last name. He's on YouTube. He's pretty famous. But what he'll do is he tricks these porch pirates, and he creates these elaborate bombs. And so whenever they open it up, it starts counting down. First of all, it sprays the most obnoxious spray everywhere in the room on 4 sides. There's 4 cameras, one camera on each side. So when somebody opens, and then they start going spray stinky shit.
That's hilarious.
House destroyed.
There was a guy during the election electrified his political yard sign. Somebody tried to steal it. It's like he's got a video of somebody trying to on the ground. Like, who does that? What kind of insecure person to somebody else's property? Oh, I don't like the message on your lawn. I'm gonna go change it.
Yeah. Well, there's a level of self-righteousness that takes place nowadays. Like before, you used to be able to like, oh, I think this, you think that, cool. We can agree to disagree agreeably. Now, agreeability has seemed to fly out the window.
Well, I don't know who's teaching that, but they're not teaching people right. Are we still doing the show? Is this show still?
I don't even know. Is this a stay bad? I don't even know. I think it might be an Easter egg or something.
It's not anywhere near Easter. We're so like
Well, it's almost Halloween.
We're pet. It's
no, it's Labor Day. This is a Labor Day Easter.
It's a Labor Day egg.
It's a Labor Day egg.
Labor Day. Stay back.
So when the kids going, oh no, you're killing my lungs and all that. London's never been so clean in all its life. You know what I mean? I'm not saying. I mean, we had Woolwich Power Station, Deptford Power Station pumping out benches and bilge everywhere. So it's a case of like it's been hijacked a bit. The old, you know, you take London. You're doing all this lovely green, green zones and all that. There's been half a dozen fires in London. Yeah. That place down on the River Thames, one end of it. Richmond or wherever it was, the island satellite burnt the boat shit down. That planning permission for them flats are going up a lot easier now. Now that boat shit's out, wooden boat shit's out of the way. In East London, you've had fires, scrap yards, building went out, so everything's all undone in just one day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Anyway.
I think it's time we go over to Dan from Plan for his contribution this week,
if we could,
and then we'll go back to his answer to his true or false thing. So, and we'll have one of Chris Wheeler's songs as well after that, and we'll be back after this.
And now it's Recap Dan from Plan. He's the man.
Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Mac. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. So today, I'll try and keep it short because no one sent me any questions in. So remember, if you've got any questions or dilemmas, send them in because I'll have a go at that. But today I thought I'd talk about drone insurance or UAV insurance, or sometimes known as unmanned aerial vehicle insurance, if you didn't know what UAV stood for. So you might ask, why am I talking about this? Basically, I've just done a quote for one, so it made me think, well, let's talk about it. We're seeing an increase in inquiries for drone insurance for businesses, especially for surveying firms and construction firms, because they can fly up onto a roof of a building or over vast areas of land quickly and survey it with their high definition cameras, etc. And it's a lot quicker, cheaper than it is employing a scaffolding firm and erecting a scaffold and then getting people up there to survey it. They can now get a drone out, fly it around for a bit and get all the pictures and images they need before they go out hiring the scaffolding and doing whatever they need to do. So yeah, so drones are becoming quite popular in certain businesses. But I do know that many taxi drivers fly drones. I know that Roche flies one when he's trucking stuff, when he's trucking around Europe. And it got me thinking that how many of you guys have got drone insurance? Now, as I mentioned, we sell drone insurance, so if you need it, you can speak to us, but speak to your local broker.
Wi-Fi now disabled.
Go online, whatever you want to do, but if you want to speak to us, you can speak to us.